because of social media, you can now put it online and say, this is what I look like, this is what I have, this is what I do. And doing that, you're now worried about it. You want to make sure that you keep up to date with everything that you're doing. So if you're sitting in someone's BMW, you want to make sure that the next one's a Mercedes. You want to make sure the next one is a Range Rover. Instead of, before we didn't have social media to flaunt what we have. So you will go in a Clio, you will go in a Honda, you will go in a Ford and not be worried about the way you look.
I think I started to think about how I looked from a young age, really young, like primary school. I was really, really skinny in primary school and I wanted to be more curvaceous, fuller. One of my friends had big boobs and I was like, I'm flat-chested, I used to stuff my bra.
I think society does have a lot to do with how a woman thinks and feels on a day-to-day basis.
That's not what you should be enjoying your childhood and being a teenager and not worrying about the little things like your body image. Are my hips too big? Is my hair looking a bit messy? It's just like, live for it.
I think it's quite difficult to say whether it should be schools or that it is either schools or parents that are, doing something wrong. I don't think it's like an either or question. For me, it's more that everybody plays a contribution in how young women grow up and, the way they perceive their bodies.
I don't think young girls are taught enough because it's no longer on the curriculum to teach them about sex education because of how it may make a child feel and stuff.
Education is a bit like skewed in a way, and it has been for years, and it really needs to change, especially now, because education's just academia when it shouldn't be. It should be life lessons. Like, you're taught to have self-discipline, which, yeah, that's good. You're learning how to do things for yourself, but you're not taught. We have PSHE lessons, or we used to, where you were taught to go to university, get good grades, where to buy pads, not have self-confidence in yourself.
What would I say to young people growing up, especially young girls growing up?
Have self-confidence in yourself. You're a woman, you can do what you need to. If you're not going to university, you can go here. Have confidence in your body, in your image.
Find the beauty in yourself, because I remember being young and I wanted to look like this person. Then a few years later, I wanted to look like that person. Then a few years later, this was now beautiful. And they'd all look completely different. They might be from 3 different races. And if I had changed and if like magically, miraculously, I was able to look like that person, now I wouldn't quite like, because beauty changes and it evolves. That's when, society and media does change it. But so if you're able to find your own beauty in how you look naturally, because that's the face you're going to have, this is the body you're going to have for the rest of your life, you may as well start loving it now, start finding what's right for it.
You shouldn't have to worry about the way you look and where you're going or what you're doing. It's just about enjoying yourself and experiencing life safely. Now it's just about what I have and presenting what I have and being like, yeah, I'm better than you. Instead of being happy with who you are, you're trying to better yourself to be better than someone else rather than trying to develop with another person.
And confidence, when you're confident within yourself, I know it's an easy thing to say, but when you really try to be confident within yourself, it changes life. It changes lives, your self-esteem. It just makes you a stronger person, because if you have people who are constantly following what is attractive now, what is attractive this season or this year, you're going to be doing different diets, doing different things, wearing different, you're always constantly going to be trying to change your image. Whereas if you just find a love for yourself, you just work with that rather than trying to be everybody else. That's what I'd say. I'd say love yourself. Start finding what you love about yourself and working on that and enjoying that, because you can't be anyone else.